It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBsports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From Vic Napolitano Field on the campus of Pennsbury High School, it's game 2 of 3 of a 3-game series between the visiting Tigers of Truman High School taking on the Falcons of Pennsbury. A pleasant good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to high school baseball here on the WBCB Sports Network. Welcome inside Vic Napolitano Field. I'm Nick Gallagher, alongside Gus Barber, our video engineer, Justin Lawrence behind the camera, and our intern, Ben Goldstein. We will dive into Game 2 of the series in just a moment, but first, today's game is brought to you by Team Toyota, McCaffrey Supermarket, St. Mary Medical Center, Revere Restaurant, Mary Beth Driscoll Keller Williams, BCWSA, Peruzzi Automotive Group, Galaxy Landscaping, Chris's Auto Body, Trenton Thunder, The Trentonian, Pennsbury Boys Baseball Parents, Puss in Boots Tavern, D. Lorenzo's Pizza on New Falls Road, and Jammer Doors. Thanks for all the sponsors for making today's game possible. A beautiful game ahead on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon for some high school baseball here as these teams get set for game 2 of 3 as they played yesterday from Truman. Pennsbury victorious in a 12-2 victory, leading them in game 1 of this series. They had Carlton Crane went 3 for 4 in RBI, 3 stolen bases. Pierce Perry 2 of 4, a double, a triple, and an RBI. And the winning pitcher was Keller Bradley. In 5 innings of work, gave up 4 hits, only 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts on 90 pitches. And the Falcons erupted for a big 5-run 5th inning to get them their 8th win on the year as they come in 8-2-1. Tigers 2-9 on the year as the Falcons, Gus, look to get back into the win column today in this beautiful day for baseball here.
I think you said beautiful like 8 times.
I did. It is gorgeous
out. You're not
out.
wrong. It is absolutely stunning out here. What a beautiful day. Oh, now you got me saying it. No, it really is. Sun is out. It's not too hot, not too cold. There's not that much wind. It's perfect condition for baseball weather, and glad we are here today. It's been a little bit since we've had the Pennsbury Falcons on the WBCB Sports Network. I think it's been about 2 weeks, but yeah, we got to play the national anthem real quick.
We will step aside. First pitch coming up next on the WBCB Sports Network.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
Do you feel the need for speed and are a car racing fan? Then tune in every Thursday morning at 9:30 a.m. for the Need for Speed Auto Show, hosted by me, America's mechanic, Fred Fletcher. Everything you want to know about our local tracks and races to the NASCAR scene, as well as our area car shows and cruise nights. Brought to you by Fletcher's Garage in Fairless Hills and heard every Thursday morning at 9:30 on WBCB 1490 AM, 107.3 FM, and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
The biggest purchase of your life will be your home. When you entrust me to help you navigate this process, there will be no stone left unturned. Hi, this is Mary Beth Driscoll of Keller Williams Real Estate. I'm proud to support today's game and even prouder to help Bucks County residents with their next home buying or selling opportunity. With nearly 20 years of experience in every real estate market you can think of, I will put you at ease at every step of the way. Today is the day to start your stress-free home buying or selling process. Call me at 215-901-9333. That's 215-901-9333. Or visit me on Facebook at Mary Beth Driscoll Realtor. I promise the process will never be easier. This is Mary Beth Driscoll, and I hope you enjoy today's game.
Truman Tigers getting set to lead things off. Let's go down their roster, and they're starting 9 for this afternoon's game. Leading off at second base will be Mike Metz. Hitting second at first base will be Nate Gilson. On the mound today for the Tigers is Kevin Picard. Hitting fourth, doing the cleanup today, will be Dylan Love. He's down at third base. Hitting fifth and doing the designated hitting for Lawson Pierce is Austin Allen. Hitting sixth out in left field is Tyler Thompson. Hitting seventh over at shortstop is Gavin Hensman. Hitting 8th and doing the catching is Brandon Glover. And batting 9th out in right field will be Josh Wright. Again, it's Metz, Gilson, Picard, Love, Allen, Thompson, Hensman, Glover, and Josh Wright for the Truman Tigers this afternoon. And Ben, a Pennsbury team you've seen a lot this year. They're doing very well at this time of the season. What do you expect for them here in this afternoon's game?
I expect more of the same as we saw yesterday, a dominant win, and wins they should be getting. This Pennsbury team, I mean, give a lot of credit to Truman and how they've been able to battle, but Pennsbury is just a better team than Truman, and they really showed it in Game 1 yesterday. They're on a roll as of late. They killed Holy Ghost Truman their last time and got a series win over Council Rock South. Pennsbury yet to lose a series so far this season. They've been on a roll, and I expect more of the same here today from the Falcons.
The Tigers struggling as of lately, losing 8 of their last 9 games. And a couple of weeks ago, they lost a series to Ben Salem, a very good Ben Salem team, tops in the SOL at 10-3 as they just won yesterday. Tigers were outscored in that series against Ben Salem 22-8. They're struggling to score runs. Their most recent game before this series with the Falcons was a win against Bristol. It was their second win of the year. Nate Gilson, a big part of that offensively, 3 RBIs. Mike Metz, 2 for 2 on the afternoon. And Gavin Kenworthy with a 2-run RBI double for them. They had a 5-run, a 5th inning for that win against Bristol on the 16th. And other than that, the Tigers' other win of the year was against Lower Moreland early in the year. It was opening day, in fact, the 26th of March, where they won 9-6. As we're set for baseball here this afternoon, Nick Gallagher with Ben Goldstein, Gus the Bus Barber, and Justin Lawrence to bring you all the action here today.
It's been a while since the Falcons have played here at, we're calling it the Vic. I just got here. I don't know if we're calling it, I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, fair warning, Nick.
Yeah,
about
April 15th was the last game here. Of course, you had spring break in between there, but it's been 2 weeks since Pennsbury's rout over Holy Ghost here, so it's always great to be back here at the Vic.
And the first pitch of the afternoon from Mason Keith in there for a swing strike from Mike Metz, 0-1.
And it's much better weather than we had last time. There was so much, it was so windy last Tuesday. For my papers up here, I had, I think, 20, 25 rocks to keep my papers down. They're flying all over the place. It was horrible, but it was a good win for the Falcons.
Pitch to Metz is in there for another called strike on the edge of the corner. Quickly 0-2 to Mike Metz here. Late timeout for Metz. He'll get it.
Yeah, that was a late one.
As Mason Keith was almost in his windup there.
First time we're seeing Mason this year on the WBCB Sports Network. We've talked about Pennsbury and just the plethora of arms that this team has. That just goes to show you we're halfway through the season, it feels like, and we've just now seeing a new arm for this Pennsbury squad. I wouldn't say new arm. We knew they had him, but first time we're seeing him this year.
The 1-2 pitch as Metz smacks that into center field. We'll get down in the shallow center field for the game's first hit. And Mike Metz is aboard with a leadoff single.
And this is the first home start for Keith, which is why we haven't seen the East Stroudsburg commit yet. But he can do a little bit of everything. And similar to yesterday's pitcher, Keller Bradley, he's got a long, lengthy body. And also, Keith shaved his beard today and kept the mustache. So we'll see. I
thought he looked different.
Yeah, we'll see how that development is.
That's a style move. That's a power move.
That's a big right before your start.
Yeah, anybody who rocks the mustache only, that's a power move right there.
And you look at Paul Skeens out in Pittsburgh, one of the few starters in Major League Baseball this year to just rock the stash only. As timeout called for the Falcons. Shane Robinson doing the catching today, going to meet his starting pitcher.
Robeson.
Thank you.
Robeson. It's like Robinson without the N.
Yep. Nick Gilson, the batter, the first baseman, his first plate appearance today, takes low for ball 1. As Keith looks down, he'll fire to first. As gets in there. As Kalenko on the tag. As Metz gets his hand back in safely. Keith will look over again at Metz. He'll fire back to first. Kalenko, quick snap down, doesn't get the tag. In there safely. The 1-0 to Gilson is outside as Metz is off and running for second. Throw is in there, but it is just late as Mike Metz has a stolen base. As the Tigers get their leadoff man into scoring position early, as they have been struggling to score runs all season long. Keith looks back at second now, fires the 2-0 pitch. It is smacked to shortstop, diving at short, throwing across the first in time for the big first out is Ryan Weber.
That is a heck of a play by Weber to get behind the base. It may have taken a little bit of a weird bounce off the base. Weber able to slide, corral it, and come up with it to get the out at first. That's a great athletic play by the Army commit, Ryan Weber.
One away as Tigers move Mike Metz up to third. As that'll bring up the pitcher today, Kevin Picard. As Picard takes called strike.
It was a very nice breaking ball from Keith. Swept throughout across the zone and got the chase.
0-1 pitch in the dirt. Got Picard swinging and a missing.
Same pitch from Keith. Did a nice slider.
Picard a chance to help out his own cause. The first run of the game down at third base. The 0-2 pitch. And he is down on strikes. The first strikeout of the afternoon for Mason Keith as he wins the first battle, pitcher versus pitcher of the afternoon.
Picard must have been sitting some heat there because he was absolutely frozen by the third straight breaking ball of the at-bat. And big out for Mason Keith with the runner on third.
That'll bring up Dylan Love, the third baseman, doing the cleanup duties today as Love looks to have a chance to get that run home with 2 outs here as he takes a called first pitch in the dirt for a ball. Keith ready, the 1-0 pitch is right there on the corner of the plate. Beautifully paint job there, 1-1.
Some Picasso from Mason Keith.
Oh, Picasso.
The 1-0 pitch on the edge of the plate, and Mason Keith is getting that call as the Tigers have really not liked that part of the zone early on here through the first 4 batters.
Yeah, Keith's getting that bottom corner of that of the strike zone, and he is painting it. Nothing Truman can do about it.
1-0 pitch off the edge of the plate that time. Robeson keeps it in front of him.
Tried to get it again. Just a little too much outside. When you're getting gifted that weird corner of the zone, you got to exploit it, and that's exactly what Keith is doing here in this first inning.
Another late timeout by the Tigers. Dylan Love resets himself. Count is 2-2, 2 away, as Mason Keith looking to get out of this first inning. Keith ready, the 2-2 delivery. Off-speed pitch upstairs. Love lays off that one. Count goes full. We'll do it again. Keith ready. The 3-2 delivery. Called third strike. Got Love looking. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Mason Keith. He strands a runner at third with 1 hit, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the first. Falcons coming to bat right after this on the WBCB Sports Network.
The biggest purchase of your life will be your home. When you entrust me to help you navigate this process, there will be no stone left unturned. Hi, this is Mary Beth Driscoll of Keller Williams Real Estate. I'm proud to support today's game and even prouder to help Bucks County residents with their next home buying or selling opportunity. With nearly 20 years of experience in every real estate market you can think of, I will put you at ease at every step of the way. Today is the day to start your stress-free home buying or selling process. Call me at 215-901-9333. That's 215-901-9333. Or visit me on Facebook at Mary Beth Driscoll Realtor. I promise the process will never be easier. This is Mary Beth Driscoll, and I hope you enjoy today's
Starting lineup for the Falcons this afternoon is as follows. Leading off for them, out in center field will be Evan Hawks. Hitting second at second base will be Carlton Crane. Hitting third will be Brendan Zuckerman. He'll be batting for Mason Keith. Hitting fourth will be Ryan Weber. He's out in shortstop. Hitting fifth out in right field will be Pierce Perry. Hitting sixth at first base will be Nolan Kalanko. Hitting seventh out in left field will be Ben Seidler. Hitting eighth at third base will be Mike Sognis. And doing the catching behind the plate today will be Shane Robertson. Your starting lineup for the Falcons: Hawks, Crane, Zuckerman, Weber, Perry, Kalanko, Seidler, Sognis, and Robeson for the Falcons. As they go
leading off for the Falcons,
up against the Truman Tigers today, Kevin Picard, as we mentioned in the top of the first. As Evan Hawks steps into the batter's box.
Different lineup today for the Falcons with the absence of Dylan Hirsch, kind of a little bit of bouncing around. Carlton Crane, 2. Zuckerman get moved up to 3. So some differences. The Falcons as well. Nolan Kalanko at first base. Pierce Perry up to 5. Weber down the cleanup spot. So,
Any word on why we're not seeing Hurst tonight, Ben?
I didn't hear anything. I did see him. He's not dressed at all. He's in shorts in the dugout. So I'll do some investigative journalism later.
You would think a scheduled rest day.
Could be. Especially now with these 3-game series, you got to approach them differently. You're playing every day, and you don't want to wear out your starting catcher.
Yeah, but you think he'd still at least be dressed, you know?
Yeah, maybe just as an emergency bat.
Yeah.
It's a good old Rob Thompson complete day off.
Yeah, it is indeed. As Picard ready, pitch in the dirt. As Evan Hawks takes the leadoff walk on 5 pitches, he is aboard.
Number 2, Carlton Crane.
And that'll bring up the Falcons, one of the Falcons' hottest hitters as of recent, Carlton Crane, 3 of 4, an RBI and 3 stolen bases in yesterday's 12-2 win over the Tigers.
He's been hitting very well. Had a big double against Holy Ghost here at the Vic last week. Big 2-run double, which was a part of the big 8-run inning that the Falcons had in the third.
As Hawks is off and running for second. And he is tagged out at second. A good play and throw by the Tigers defensively to eliminate the leadoff man.
It was a great throw. Not such a great call by the umpire. I didn't even see a signal.
I didn't either. That's why I was waiting. Braden Glover, the catcher today, responsible as Crane puts a charge into this one right into center field. And playable out there for Lawson Pierce for 1 away. Or excuse me, 2 away.
Say the catcher's name is Glover?
I did.
That's perfect.
Can't forget that one.
That is That's the perfect name for a catcher.
Brendan Zuckerman, the designated hitter today. He'll be hitting for Mason Keith in this Falcons lineup with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. As Picard gets count even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch outside of the zone, 2-1. As Picard gets behind now, 3-1. And Glover calls time for a glove issue, Ben. I believe.
His glove's ripped.
It's colorful, too.
It is a colorful glove.
It's a teal color. Miami Marlins
That's
style almost.
Now he's got the normal color. The leather. What are your thoughts on like the ice cream glove and the different colored gloves?
I'm all for, showing off different flair and swag and stuff like that. Some of them get a little bit too much. Some of them aren't my taste, but I'm all for the, customization,
Now batting
different
number
colors,
1,
different
Ryan
designs.
Weber.
Zuckerman gets a walk there. This will be a 2-out base runner. Bring up Ryan Weber now. There's that glove, pink and teal color.
Kind of similar to the ice cream. I'm big on the ice cream glove.
I'm big on anything that brings personality to
Ice
the game.
cream glove. Now, when you say ice cream
It
glove,
literally looks like, look it up. It looks like an ice cream.
ice cream glove.
It's like got the ice cream and then there's like a cone. It's cool. It's tough.
The 1-0 pitch as Weber smacks it to shortstop. Quick throw over to second base, and the inning is retired. No hits for the Falcons as we go to the second inning here from Vic Napolitano Field. Spring is here, and it's time to get your lawn looking out of this world with Galaxy Landscaping. Whether you need an annual mowing during the season or an overall uplift to your home's landscape, Galaxy Landscaping can do it all. Garden care, mulch installation, trimming, and pruning. The Galaxy Landscaping team is here to give you great service at an affordable price. Call Pennsbury alumni Matt and Sean to book Galaxy Landscaping for all your lawn care needs. 267-842-5299, 267-842-5299. Chris's Auto Body has been offering complete auto body repairs for over 60 years. They make it easy and simple from small dents to major accidents, glass replacement, and detailing. Chris's Auto Body works with all insurance companies and provides a lifetime guarantee on all repairs. Accidents are an inconvenience, and Chris's Auto Body goes out of their way to provide minimal interruption. Local pickup and delivery and rental cars on site. Chris's Auto Body, locally owned and operated with 3 locations. Fairless Hills in the Falls Autoplex on Business Route 1 and in Lambertville and New Hope. Chris's Auto Body wishes student athletes a successful and safe season. Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Postgame fireworks night. Tuesdays, kids eat free. Wednesdays, dollar dog nights. Thirsty Thursdays and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, big league futures, major league fun.
How old do you have to be to classify as a kid for the free food?
12. 12 and under.
That's unfortunate.
Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, man, once you get the ability to grow a beard, you kind of lose all those privileges.
I started growing a beard like early, so I don't know.
You started growing a beard before I started growing a beard, and I'm almost 30.
And leading off for the Tigers here to start the second will be Austin Allen, the designated hitter today, hitting for Lawson Pierce. As Mason Keith behind 2-1 to Austin Allen here in the second. Swing and a miss. Gets back to even at 2-2.
Keith's gotten 4 swing and misses already through his 20 pitches.
The 2-2 from Mason Keith. Check swing. And he did not go. Didn't look like he did. He held up. And the count will go to 3-2 now.
And they just played the strikeout sound because the sound operator thought he struck out.
Yeah, and everybody going, you messed up. It's a jinx.
As head coach Joe Pesci never short of entertainment here from Vic Napolitano Field. The 3-2 pitch from Mason Keith is chopped foul by Allen back to the backstop, keeping himself alive. Count still at full. The 3-2 is chopped down the third base line. Playable. Throw across the diamond. In time. Ball does not, gets away down at first base. As Kalanko cannot hold on to the throw. An overall very good throw from Mike Sognis across the diamond. And Allen is aboard to start the second inning.
I guess that's what happens when you play the strikeout music too soon.
So Allen aboard on the error, E3. As they'll bring up Tyler Thompson, the left fielder. As a nice snap down again at first by Kalanko, but Allen gets back. Thompson, shows late bunt, fouled back over the backstop here. Another throw down the first as Allen gets back. Throw down at first base by Robeson as, again, Allen gets back.
Late throw from Robeson. He had him. It just paused in the middle of his throw and ended up being late.
As Thompson gets down the bunt, it will go foul.
Strike three.
He is out after the foul bunt attempt. So Thompson retired, first out here in the top of the second. We'll bring up the shortstop, Gavin Kenworthy.
And now a late strikeout noise from the sound. I mean, whoever's running the soundboard over there needs some work.
Very critical, Ben is.
I mean,
He is. He wants things done perfectly his way.
this is the Vic. We got to be on top of things.
Kenworthy showing bunt here as Keith will throw again to Kalanko as Allen gets back in safely. Robeson fires the first. Ball hits Allen in the helmet. As Kenworthy steps out, resets himself. 1-0 still to him.
Second time they had that runner at first.
And they are paying a lot of attention now to Austin Allen at first base. The 1-0 pitch to Kenworthy's big swing and a miss. I don't know if they're worried about Allen stealing. I mean, the Falcons had a man, or excuse me, the Tigers had a man on third, but the Falcons got out of it in the first inning.
Yes.
And Allen is off and running. Robeson's throw down to second is looked to be in time, but Allen will get his foot in there safely. As Weber makes a good tag attempt down there at short. The Tigers get another man in scoring position, back-to-back innings here. And only one away with Gavin Kenworthy, 2-1 to him. As Keith will step off now and reset himself. The 2-1 is in there for a called strike to even things out at 2-2. Braden Glover, the catcher, waits on deck for the Tigers.
He's got some colorful batting gloves too, and the elbow guard.
It makes sense. It makes sense for the glove combo now.
We're all about the colors today and the fashion.
The 2-2 pitch. It's popped up, fouled, back behind the dish here.
Look good, play good. Look good, feel good, play good.
Always the motto.
That's how Gus was.
Always, I still am like that. I won't play golf well if I don't look good.
It's a mental game.
Yeah, it really is.
Mason Keith ready. The 2-2 delivery. Chopper over to short, playable. Throw over first, and 2 outs as Kenworth is retired.
Runner does advance though there, so decent job by the batter. Obviously you want to score him, but at least get him over. But now you got 2 outs.
Gonna bring up Braden Glover now with 2 outs. You notice, guys, his bat is even that teal color to match his mitt, and then the pink gloves to go along with it. So he's that colorful style. Austin Allen down at third base. Braden Glover, the batter, 1-0. As Glover calls time.
Phillies just blew the lead, Nick. They lost in 10th inning. Swept out of New York.
That's a problem. Did he actually blow the game?
He sure did.
That's just giving him the win. Back to our game here as Glover pops that up. In second base, making the catch at second is Crane, and that will retire the side. Tigers strand a runner again at third. No hits, they leave 1. We go to the bottom of the second here on the WBCB Sports Network. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For complete local national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. The Pennsbury Baseball Parents Club hopes you are enjoying today's game. For 77 years, the tradition of Pennsbury baseball continues. 22 league championships, 4 District 1 titles, and a 2017 state champions. Come out and support the Falcons. This message brought to you by the Pennsbury Baseball Parents. Spring is here, and graduation parties and outdoor picnics and other events are coming, and now Puss in Boots Tavern Restaurant has their very own food truck. They'll come to any event you have planned, community events, or private parties. Their own food truck featuring all your Puss in Boots favorites. Puss in Boots landmark in Fairless Hills for over 40 years. Always has something going on, including cornhole, shuffleboard, a jukebox, plus their great food favorites, including their burgers voted best in Bucks, plus their cheesesteaks, fresh seafood, roast pork platters, and more. On-premise and off-premise catering, and now their very own food truck will come to your home, picnic, or any event. Puss in Boots Tavern, 942 Trenton Road, Fairless Hills, open 7 days a week. Bottom of the second for the Falcons, as it'll be Pierce Perry, Nolan Kalenko, and Ben Seidler. The three minimum for the Falcons here in the home half of the second.
3 straight left-handed hitters. Interesting how Pickett approaches this inning.
Now batting number 13, Pierce Perry.
Pierce Perry in yesterday's Falcons victory going 2 of 4 with a double, a triple, and an RBI. And that Falcons 12-2 win at Truman yesterday. As these two teams will complete their 3-game series, they'll take tomorrow off and will finish on Friday, the 25th. And then the Falcons have Ben Salem coming up later at the end of the month to start into early May. Two of those 3 games are home.
That's a big-time series. Ben Salem's been off to a wicked hot start this season. I guess not start. We're pretty much halfway through the year. More than halfway through the year, which is pretty crazy to say. But they've been incredible at the top of the SOL. And Falcons, big-time series, and it's good to have 2 of those games right here.
As Crane goes opposite way with it, leaks out into left field for a leadoff single. The Falcons' first base hit of the afternoon.
Now batting number 23, Nolan Kalenko.
That'll bring up Nolan Kalenko now. Kalenko's been busy this afternoon at first base defensively, getting a lot of throws from his pitcher today. Off-speed pitch there from Picard. Misses the plate, 1-0. Big swing and a miss from Kalenko that time. Even things up 1-1. Inside, as Perry will have to get back. Throw goes into right field, but he will stay put at first base.
Picard's having a lot of trouble throwing the ball in the strike zone here early. 20 of his pitches, 14 of them have been outside the zone. Just 3 strikes. A rough start with the command for Pickard. He's gotten outs though.
He's only walked 2 batters and only given up 1 hit now. As Kalenko shows bunt, goes right back to Picard at first. Picard throws to first. Kalenko is retired. Sacrifice is successful as Perry will move up into scoring position.
Now batting number 3.
Kalenko's a power guy.
Seidler.
That's a very good bunt that he was able to lay down. And small ball coming back.
You gotta love it, honestly.
He loves some small ball.
Ben Seidler the batter now. Seidler an RBI chance here. It's a man on second and only one away. Seidler fouls that one down third base line, well out of play into the parking lot. Seidler went 2 of 3 in an RBI in the victory against Holy Ghost Prep back on the 15th. Looking for another RBI here to open the scoring today. He'll pop it up straight into shallow left field. And coming on, calling for it, is Tyler Thompson out in left for the second out.
Very vocal, Tyler Thompson.
Now batting number 8, Michael Sognes.
You heard him from here, Ben. Yeah, I mean, he was pretty vocal about that one.
I think he had it.
You think?
I think he had it. He did.
I bring up third baseman Mike Sognes for the first time this afternoon. Sognes, the lone home run for the Falcons this year against Holy Ghost Prep. It was a 3-run bomb.
That one hurt.
Yeah, Glover in some pain after that one, walking it off.
Sognes back into the batter's box as Glover seems to be okay for now. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Falcons got a man on second. 0-1 to Sognes. Picard looks back at him. The 0-1 as Sognes big chop fouled out of play. As Picard will step off the bump. Sognes looking to keep this home half of the second alive, down 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Picard, in there for a called strike, corner of the zone, and that will retire the side. Falcons get their first hit of the afternoon. They strand 1. We played 2 innings from Vic Napolitano Field here on the WBCB Sports Network. DiLorenzo's The Burg Pizza, 8919 New Falls Road, Levittown, owned and operated by third-generation family member Tyler DiLorenzo. Tyler uses the exact same recipe that his great-grandparents did back in the 1940s in Trenton's famous Chambersburg section. Try the only original Trenton tomato pie or other gourmet pizzas, including their mustard pie, soups, fresh salads, hot sandwiches, and homemade pasta dishes, all served in a very safe, clean environment. You can eat in, take out, you can call them 215-943-2605. That's 215-943-2605. DiLorenzo's The Burg Pizza also does catering for all affairs. DiLorenzo's The Burg Pizza in the Vermilion Square, 8919 New Falls Road. Levittown open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 8:30. Fridays and Saturdays until 9. Sundays, noon to 8:30, and closed on Mondays. Spring is here, and it's time to get your lawn looking out of this world with Galaxy Landscaping. Whether you need annual mowing during the season or an overall uplift to your home, Galaxy Landscaping can do it all. Gardening care, mulch installation, trimming, and pruning. The Galaxy Landscaping team is here to give you great service at an affordable price. Call Pennsbury alumni Matt and Sean to book Galaxy Landscaping for all your lawn care needs at 267-842-5299. Top of the third here from Vic Napolitano Field, scoreless through 2 innings of play. Falcons and the Tigers' second game of a 3-game set. As a bunt by Josh Wright.
That was a great bunt, but certainly a close play at first. Coach Pacey definitely has the right to come out and argue it. It was very close.
Always loves to share his opinion on the game. It's just passion. As Tigers have their their 9-hole hitter aboard in the third. And we'll flip back to the top of the lineup. Mike Metz the batter now.
How many pickoff attempts have there been in this game?
Yeah, I wish we actually kept track of that at this rate.
It's the one thing I'm not keeping track of.
That's okay.
Disengagements.
Yeah, they should all should be flagged. 15-yard penalties. Josh Wright headed for second. Robeson could not handle the exchange to throw as Wright is aboard safely into second base.
And I got that runner on second. You can't let a close play like that start to damage you and tear you apart. Gus had to stop my comment to take the glasses off my face.
They're my glasses, and I'm getting blasted with the sun right now.
You have a cover for your computer.
Yeah, but I still can't see.
0-1 to Mike Metz in there for a called strike as he's quickly behind 0-2.
I thought he was gonna fix my mic or something.
Yeah.
Like something was up. No, take the glasses.
I thought Gus had his own sunglasses.
They are my sunglasses. He took them.
Yeah, he took 'em.
They're my sunglasses I took.
Well, then Ben didn't come prepared for a Sunday game.
Exactly.
I had school today.
Yes. Timeout.
Balk.
Oh, balk.
They're calling a balk.
As Josh Wright will move over to third base. As we're getting clarification on the balk call.
I think we're getting a little bit more than a verification. And they're going to get a few minds on it.
And I've always said, I know this is well above our pay grade, but I just feel like PIA should send more umpires to these games to see more calls, get more vision of the field. Umpires are doing their job. Not saying they're not, but just having more eyes on the product to help make these calls. Umpire probably didn't have a good view of it, being behind the plate. Now most of the Falcons infield comes to the mound for Mason Keith. And Falcons will deal with it, as is no one on. Tigers threatening here in the top of the third.
All right, so they just gave a warning to Coach Pacey. So next time something happens, he will be, and I quote, restricted to the bench. Not ejected.
No.
Restricted to the bench. So I guess there's no ejections in PIAA?
I don't know.
What is restricted to the bench, man?
He can't argue anything. You're going to send your assistants.
But he can still yell from the bench.
Right, he can.
I've heard him yell before.
As Mason Keith's 38th pitch of the afternoon is a strikeout as Metz is retired for a first out of the inning.
Sorted there, and now the Truman head coach doesn't like the celebration from Mason Keith.
Both teams just want to win a baseball game.
This has been an interesting
I
inning.
love the banter though between the coaches, them still joking around and everything like that. It shows you it's all in fun at the end of the day.
For the 12th game of the year for the Falcons, yes, it is, and the 11th. Excuse me, 12th game for both.
You know, McCaffrey's Food Market is exceptional every day.
As Falcons trying to win this second game and win this series. Another time as Nate Gilson, the batter, he grounded to shortstop back in the first inning.
Restricted to the bench.
That's a new one.
Yeah,
I haven't even heard that across the pond in New Jersey.
Not ejected.
Usually just toss them.
Is there different levels
yeah.
of being ejected? Like, you get the warning that you're restricted, and then...
Yeah, you're still able to coach, you just can't,
Then what, they put a tape around your mouth? Like, still...
Yeah, I would say so.
Still do his job.
I don't know,
Who's
man.
gonna
keep mouthing off over here. We're
who's
gonna
gonna
find
coach?
out.
Who's gonna coach third base? That's the next question.
Exactly. That's something Pennsbury would have to figure out.
Said
But let's hope it doesn't get to
no.
that.
1-1 to Nate Gilson as Mason Keith ready to delivery. Just misses the bottom of the zone, 2-1.
Go, Mason.
The 2-1 pitch as Gilson fouls it chopped off his leg. As Keith calls for a new baseball. At 2-2 is the big pitch here. If he can retire Gilson and continue to strand that runner in second, Tigers have had a runner on third in the first 2 innings of play here this afternoon. Keith, the 2-2. Just missed. It looked like it's going to be on the outer part of the plate. Roberson tried to frame it.
That outside corner he was getting in the first inning, not so much here in the second. Or the third, excuse me.
Count at 3-2 now to Nate Gilson. 3-2 on the way. Chop foul down the first base line, keeping himself alive. The 3-2 pitch again from Mason Keith. Again, chopped foul. Just got a piece of the barrel there. Kevin Picard waits on deck for the Tigers. The 3-2 again, pops straight up. Playable down at third base. And right there, making the grab on it, is Mike Sognes for the big second out here in the third.
Keith won that long battle. Upwards of 8-9 pitches in that at bat. Big time at bat to get there with that runner on third.
That'll bring up Kevin Picard now. Picard 0 of 1 on the afternoon with the strikeout. Was the first strikeout victim of the afternoon for Mason Keith. The first pitch, a big swing and a miss.
That's what he was doing. That slider sweeping across the zone is what Keith got Picard on 3 straight pitches in that first at-bat. Throws it again right there for a big swing and a miss.
Gets him almost the exact same pitch as he's quickly ahead 0-2.
Now, will he throw the same pitch for the 6th straight time against Picard?
I say yes.
Last time Picard was sitting the fastball, it was another late time call. He was sitting the fastball and with an 0-2 count. I mean, you got to be thinking he's going to throw it again. He's throwing it 5 pitches.
0-2 outside. Robeson set up off the plate there. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him striking out. The 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for Mason Keith to retire the Truman Tigers after 3 innings for them. They strand another runner on 3rd as Falcons come to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd. Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Postgame firework nights. Tuesday, kids eat free. Wednesdays, dollar dog nights. Thursdays, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, big league futures, major league fun. Chris's Auto Body has been offering complete auto body repairs for over 60 years. They make it easy and simple, from small dents to major accidents, glass replacement, and detailing. Chris's Auto Body works with all insurance companies and provides a lifetime guarantee on all repairs. Accidents are an inconvenience, and Chris's Auto Body goes out of their way to provide minimal interruption. Local pickup and delivery and rental cars on site. Chris's Auto Body, locally owned and operated with 3 locations here in Fairless Hills, in the Falls Autoplex on Business Route 1, and in Lambertville and in New Hope. Chris's Auto Body wishes student athletes a successful and safe season. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. As Pennsbury has not even gone one time through the lineup, Robeson will lead things off here in the home half of the 3rd, and we'll go back to the top with Evan Hawks and Carlton Crane. 9-1-2 hitters for the Falcons here.
Shane Robeson.
Vacation to Malaysia. With my baby, the paparazzi flashing crazy. She swallowed the bottle while I sit back and smoke gelato.
Kevin Picard sitting at 27 pitches, and pitch 28 is in there to Robeson for a called strike. As Mason Keith, his counterpart, up to 50 pitches even through 3 innings. It's a pitch limit of 100.
His limit is 100?
Yes.
Okay.
Pitchers can throw 100 in a day.
Is that like a rule?
Yes.
Oh. I'm learning a lot of new things about the PIAA today.
Good. One and 2 to Robeson here. Picard ready. The 1-2 delivery is chopped third base, off the grass, fires across, dug out in the dirt, and is retired. A good throw at third base by Ryan Kearns. It'll be Evan Hawks now the batter. Hawks walked in the first inning.
How much money
how much money you got. A lot.
Pitch in the dirt, gets behind Glover there. 1-0. Well, if you haven't watched too many Pennsbury baseball games on the year, and we've just Ben was just asking the changes. We have a 3-game series between the conference opponents this year. You'll play 15 games of conference play, 20 overall games, and barring any weather delays, which hopefully we're past much of that now this time of year, you'll play 3 consecutive days. These teams will have an off day in between their final game, just how it is on the schedule, as weather is looking nice tomorrow. And Hawks is aboard with another walk, his second of the afternoon.
Number 2, Carlton Crane.
And Ben, what are your thoughts? I know you guys have talked about it a lot this year, but do you like that? I mean, looking at it from, I've done a lot of Jersey games this year where they just schedule is the schedule and they're not doing it in that way.
I do. I like it and I don't like it because it eliminates a lot of opponents. Like,
yeah,
there is no Central Bucks on Pennsbury's schedule anymore. It eliminates some other things, but I do like it's baseball. It's a 3-game series. And when I spoke to Coach Pacey before the season at their preseason event, he said he's been fighting for it for years because you face a team, and especially with Pennsbury, you'll face their best starter and you won't see anything else. Like with the Chamonix, in the 2 starts last year, Pennsbury faced the best starter and went 0-2 against the Chamonix, which, yes, they were a great team, but if you see different, some different pitching, you get some better chances.
And a drive into right by Crane, and a diving catch out there in right field
Now batting number
by Josh Wright to save an extra base hit. And a loud second out of the inning here.
He's kind of awkward. He went to his knees out there and ended up with the catch. Doesn't matter how you get it. It's all as long as you get it.
Pause.
And I'll bring up Brendan Zuckerman now as Hawks was on his horse to second, sliding in safely for a stolen base. As Zuckerman will try to get an RBI chance here. Only 1 hit for the Falcons through 2 2/3 innings here. Kevin Pickard as keeping these Falcons in check so far, as Zuckerman takes a called strike, 1-1.
Now what I'm interested in is for the playoffs. I
Yeah.
think it's just
The
a
single game.
elimination.
Yes, yeah,
but
tournament style.
I would like to maybe see, a best of 3. There's a balk.
As Pickard guilty of a balk, and that'll make Zuckerman's job easier, as Falcons have their first runner down at third base today. As timeout for the Tigers, and we'll have a meeting as Tigers manager comes out.
Another meeting with the umpire.
Yeah, he'll take a second discussion about that call. I mean, now both managers in back-to-back half innings. I mean, they're calling it down the middle as they see it.
It's been a rough third inning for that field umpire.
As he's going over the motion to the manager for the Tigers of what he saw from Picard's leg.
But yeah, I am interested. Maybe it's a best of 3 series as we get later. Best of 5.
Yeah, the only thing
I don't know if you can really do that.
Yeah, but for between schooling and everything like that, you're looking in,
can be tough.
late May, early June, and then graduation, so you don't have too much time for playoffs as it is.
Start the season earlier then.
You could. You're starting at the end of March.
They can bear the cold, these guys.
Some of them can, but
we can't. But
no.
they can.
Well, it's not really hitting weather either, and then you're just getting at low-scoring games and not real results.
Getting them in though.
Yeah, I guess so. That might be the solution down the road. But a big swing and a miss there by Zuckerman.
Think about it. weather in October.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they allow the student athletes to play past senior graduation for an extra week or week and a half or whatever it would be. And Zuckerman is down on strikes, looking to retire the Falcons here in the third. They strand a runner at first. They do so on no hits. And a scoreless game through 3 innings from Vic Napolitano Field. We'll step aside. 4th inning coming up right here on the WBCB Sports Network.
You know, McCaffrey's Food Market is exceptional every day, and they are proud to serve you since 1986. They're a local hometown business. They support your community, whether it's helping flood victims or holding fundraisers for the American Cancer Society or employing our local high school students. McCaffrey's is always there. They have the finest products, prime cuts of meat, a prepared food department where everything is made fresh daily, and also a fresh seafood department. Visit McCaffrey's Food Market near you in Yardley, Newtown, New Hope, Princeton, West Windsor, Gladwin, and Doylestown. They are exceptional every day, and they are local and proud of it.
Think banking hasn't changed? Think again. At Penn Community Bank, we've been helping communities thrive for 150 years, providing the latest financial tools to reach your goals. From our nationally recognized Access Checking that offers the peace of mind of no overdrafts, to student and free Checking Plus options with perks that will make you wonder what you did without them, like early direct deposit, overdraft grace, and Zelle. Penn Community Bank. Here we grow. Learn more at PennCommunityBank.com/products.
Top of the 4th inning from Vic Napolitano Field. Scoreless ball game through 3 innings of play.
The Vic, Nick.
We'll see about that.
He can say it however he wants to say it.
It's catching on.
I was told not to say it.
Where'd you hear that from?
Sources that are here today with us.
Oh. I'm Gus Barber.
Nick Gallagher alongside Ben Goldstein, Gus the Bus Barber, and Justin Lawrence behind the camera today on a 73-degree day here in Fairless Hills on the campus of Pennsbury High School.
It's hitting weather, but we got 3 combined hits.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen after 14 runs between these teams yesterday. As Dylan Love, the batter, will lead things off for the Tigers here in the 4th. He'll be followed by Austin Allen and Tyler Thompson. Love struck out to end the 1st inning for the Tigers. It's 52 pitches now for Mason Keith, 42 for Kevin Picard for the Tigers. Both pitchers at a pretty good pace, probably will go another 2 innings as Love grounds it over to short. Fires across at short, good throw by Weber there, and he will retire Love on the first out here in the 4th.
Another colorful bat.
Austin Allen reached base on an error. As Klenko was charged with that error in the 2nd inning.
The MLB, that's a hit.
I would say it was going to mark it, but they marked it here as an error. As Allen puts it, charge in the center field, out there, playable. And Evan Hawks with the grab, 2 away. Two quick outs for Mason Keith here in the top of the 4th. As Tyler Thompson struck out his first plate appearance on a bunt attempt. 5 strikeouts on the afternoon for Mason Keith. So far, Keith has done everything you could ask of him to do through these first 3 innings. Big hack from Thompson that time. One pitch got Thompson swinging. As Keith looks to go 1-2-3 here in the fourth. As Tigers have sent 4 men to the plate through the first 3 innings. Keith ready, the 1-2. As Robeson set up outside as Thompson lays off. The 2-2 delivery. Got him swinging on the inner half of the plate to retire the side. Tigers go down in order, 1-2-3 in the top of the fourth. We played 3.5 from Vic Napolitano Field. Tigers nothing, Falcons nothing. The Pennsbury Baseball Parents Club hopes you are enjoying today's game. For 77 years, the tradition of Pennsbury baseball continues. 22 league championships, 4 District 1 titles, and 2017 state champions. Come out and support the Falcons. This message brought to you by the Pennsbury Baseball Parents. Spring is here, and graduation parties and outdoor picnics and other events are coming, and now Puss in Boots Tavern and Restaurant has their very own food truck. They'll come to any event you have planned, community events or private events. Their own food truck featuring all your Puss in Boots favorites. Puss in Boots, a landmark in Fairless Hills for over 40 years, always has something going on, including cornhole, shuffleboard, a jukebox, plus their great food favorites, including their burgers, voted best in Bucks, their cheesesteaks, fresh seafood, roast pork platters, and more. On-premise and off-premise catering, and now their very own food truck will come to your home, picnic, or any event. Puss in Boots Tavern, 942 Trenton Road, Fairless Hills, open 7 days a week. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown, owned and operated by third-generation family member Tyler DiLorenzo. Tyler used the exact same recipe that his great-grandparents did back in the 1940s in Trenton's famous Chambersburg section. Try the only original Trenton tomato pie or other gourmet pizzas, including their mustard pie, soup, salads, hot sandwiches, homemade pasta dishes, all served in a very safe, clean environment. Eat in or take out, call 215-943-2605. That's 215-943-2605. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza also does catering for all affairs. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, the Vermilion Square, 8919 New Falls Road, Levittown, open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 8:30, Fridays and Saturdays till 9, Sundays noon to 8:30. And Ryan Weber is a leadoff base runner here to start the home half of the fourth. The second hit of the afternoon for the Falcons. Pierce Perry and Nolan Kalanko, the 3 minimum batters for the Falcons here in the fourth. Pickard will throw down to first. Weber gets back in safely. Pierce Perry, the other hit for the Falcons this afternoon. They try to look like to get something going here in the fourth after scoring 12 runs yesterday, a 5-run 5th inning. As Perry, a big part of that, having 2 hits yesterday afternoon. All-speed pitch, a quick snap throw by Glover to second, anticipating Weber to be off there. That's when you know you're inside a team's head, when you got their catcher throwing down the second, you're not even running. Perry hits that one foul into the parking lot. Quick throw again to first base. Both teams been very active. Back-to-back throwdowns now to first.
How many of this have batted? 4?
I think that was the 4th. Pitch to Perry, misses outside, goes to 2-1. As again another throw down to first base, Weber gets back safely. And I think right now that uniform is more brown than white.
Hardly read the Falcons on.
Yeah. Pitch out of the zone to Perry, 3-1, and almost an intentional pitch outside.
Scared of these play calls coming from Coach Pacey. He's been yelling out stuff.
And another pitch outside. You walk the runner anyway, so Perry is aboard. And the Falcons have 2 men on for the first time this afternoon. As Weber and Perry aboard now at second and first respectively. It'll bring up Nolan Kalenko. And we're going to have a meeting of the mound as the entire Tigers infield comes in to discuss this situation. Picard hasn't been in any too bad of any situations this afternoon. 48 pitches as they just try to go a game plan to how they're going to approach this with 2 men on. And the middle of this Falcons lineup with no on.
The Falcons need an offensive spark plug. Kalenko can certainly add to it. He had that bunt last time, but he, of course, can bring the power. And Nick, the last time you called a game here against Pennsbury Truman, I called a different number 23 left-handed hitter's home run. Both of you doubted me. I'm going to throw it back out there again.
You remember that.
What the cut of the game? What's the sponsor, Gus?
Galaxy Landscaping's cut of the game.
I'm thinking we're going to get a Galaxy Landscaping cut of the game right here from Nolan Kalenko.
All right, you heard it here first.
You guys scared to doubt me this time.
I'm scared to doubt you, buddy.
I'm never scared of you.
A little bit of different weather than we had that day.
Yeah, that was a much windier day.
Yeah. All right, maybe not.
And Kalenko will show bunt.
We missed it.
The entire Falcons bench.
Not even close. You can't see that. He missed him by far.
And they try to appeal down the home plate umpire, who said to ask the second umpire behind the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, he definitely has, umpire behind the pitcher's mound definitely has the worst angle there. I think we had the best angle from where we were, and I mean, it didn't seem particularly close.
I mean, you have...
And you got all the dads next to us.
Yeah. Have what, maybe...
They're going to talk about it.
15 guys in the Pennsbury dugout, just roughly estimating, even count, who all saw the same thing and all said safe, and I know they're probably biased to their teammate. And the call is confirmed. Kalenko is out at first.
Kalenko is in disbelief.
And unless it was because he ran out of the baseline, but...
He was still in the dirt.
Now batting number 3, Ben Seiler.
But
So a questionable, controversial first out here in the bottom of the fourth, but the Falcons have Ryan Weber down at third base as Ben Seidler 0 of 1 on the afternoon with a line out to left field. Chance to get the Falcons on the board.
Sacrifice is ultimately successful, so the bunt did its job. With both runners.
Yeah, it does. As Seidler watches that pitch go by for a called strike. Seidler, a pair of RBIs yesterday. He'll swing it into right field, gets down for a hit. 1 run is in. They'll hold the second runner at third. Falcons score the first run of the afternoon. It's 1-0.
Now batting number 8, Michael Sognes.
Big time hitting there from Seidler, roping that thing in between the first and second baseman, and a big time run for the Falcons. Hopefully opening up a rally here.
And Pierce Perry was going to go through the stop sign down at third base, but was held up last minute. Probably a good call with 1 out. As they will leave Mike Sognes, the batter now here. 0 of 1 is Sognes on this afternoon, as he will look to double up the Falcons' lead here in the fourth. Chops are down third base line. It's fair. And we're going to have a rundown between third and home. Perry's going back to third, and he is just tagged out. Just got him. They almost missed him there. So Sognes moved up to second on the rundown. And Seidler is at third.
Shane Robeson.
So mark that down as a fielder's choice for Mike Sognes. Shane Robeson, the batter, he grounded out to third, his first plate appearance. As Robeson takes the first pitch for a called strike. Two runners on for the Falcons. And Kevin Picard's 54th pitch of the afternoon is out of the zone for a ball. The 1-1 just got over the corner of the plate. 1-2 now. So a big pitch here for Kevin Picard to try to get out of this fourth inning with only 1 run across. As Robeson will try to push more of his Falcon teammates across. The 1-2 is hit foul down the line over the fence. And Picard's 1-2 pitch on the outer part of the plate does not get the call, as Glover set that one up well. Two on, 2 out, 2-2 pitch. On the way, Kevin Picard, 2-2 delivery in the dirt, and the count will go full at 3-2.
Good job by Robeson to fight back in this at-bat. Was down 1-2. Took a pitch, fouled one off, took another one outside, and has himself in a full count.
The 3-2 is outside, misses for ball 4, and that will load the bases. And we'll go back to the top of the lineup for the Falcons.
And continuing to struggle for Picard. 59 pitches, 33 of them have been outside the zone. He's just done 14 strikes today. Led to 5 walks. Falcons bases loaded here. 2 outs.
As the top of the lineup will have a chance to open this game up. Only 3 hits for the Falcons this afternoon, 2 of them here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Hawks is driven into left field, but right at left fielder Tyler Thompson. And that will end the threat for the Falcons here in the 4th. We've played 4. Falcons strand 3. They get 1 run across, and they lead this one 1-0 after 4 innings of play from Vic Napolitano Field. Jammer Doors and Windows is a 4th-generation local family-owned business since 1920. Offering Rainer garage doors and openers. The finest garage doors and openers, Jammer also carries entry doors, patio doors, and windows. Sales, service, and installation. And Jammer Doors and Windows does their own installation using no subcontractors, which means fairer prices and more pride in their work. Both residential and commercial sales and service. Visit Jammer Doors and Windows at their showroom, 2850 Brunswick Avenue, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Their Yardley showroom in the Grist Mill at 10 North Main Street is open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. That's 215-493-7709. Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game firework night. Tuesdays, kids eat free. Wednesdays, dog nights. Thursdays, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, big league futures, and major league fun. Don't forget, if you missed any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Top of the 5th here. Falcons lead this one 1-0. As both pitchers in their 60s for their pitch count throughout this afternoon. Mason Keith with 63. And Kevin Picard at 60. Gavin Kenworthy, the batter here, as he pops up into center field. Out there in center, making the grab is Evan Hawks, and 1 away here in the 5th. The 0-1 pitch to Glover. Down in the zone, got him swinging through. Sees quickly behind 0-2. Keith ready with the 1-2. Pitch on the way, struck him out, got him looking. The 6th strikeout of the afternoon for starting pitcher Mason Keith, his 7th strikeout. Pitched a masterful game through 4+ innings now with 2 away. Bring up Josh Wright as Wright bunted his way aboard in his first plate appearance in the 3rd. He'll try again. Unsuccessful, 0-1. Pitch to Wright is right there on the heart of the plate. Quickly 0-2 to Josh Wright. As Mason Keith looks to go back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. Keith ready, the 0-2. Out of the zone. Try to get him to chase that time. Keith ready again, the 1-2 to Wright. Chopper to second base, throw over to first. And Wright is retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Mason Keith. We've played 4.5 here, 5.5 from Vic Napolitano Field. Falcons still with a 1-0 lead. The Pennsbury Baseball Parents Club hopes you are enjoying today's game. For 77 years, the tradition of Pennsbury baseball continues. 22 league championship, 4 District 1 titles, and 2017 state champions. Come out and support the Falcons. This message brought to you by the Pennsbury Baseball Parents Club. And yes, come out. The series with Ben Salem, their next home series, starts the 28th of April, 29th, and May 1st. Spring is here, and graduation parties and outdoor picnics and other events are coming, and now Puss in Boots Tavern and Restaurant has their own food truck. They'll come to any event that you have planned, community events, or private parties. Their own food truck featuring all your Puss in Boots favorites. Puss in Boots, a landmark in Fairless Hills for over 40 years, has something going on, including cornhole, shuffleboard, a jukebox, plus their great food favorites, including their burgers, voted best in box, plus their cheesesteaks, fresh seafood, roast pork platters, and more. On-premise and off-premise catering, and now their very own food truck will come to your home, picnic, or any event. Puss in Boots Tavern, 942 Trenton Road in Fairless Hills, open 7 days a week. Jammer Doors and Windows, 4th generation local family-owned business since 1920, offering Rainer garage doors and openers, the finest garage doors and openers. Jammer also carries entry doors, patio doors, and windows, sales, service, and installation, and Jammer Doors and Windows does their own installation using no subcontractors, which means fair prices and more pride in their work. Both residential and commercial sales and service. Visit Jammer Doors and Windows at their showroom, 2850 Brunswick Avenue, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Their Yardley showroom in the Grist Mill at 10 North Main Street is open by appointment only. 215-493-7709, 215-493-7709, Jammer Doors and Windows. As Kevin Picard quickly behind Carlton Crane here in the bottom of the 5th, 3-0 to him. And Crane takes a 4-pitch walk to start us here in the 5th.
19, Brendan Zuckerman.
Falcons looking again for some 5th run magic, as they scored 5 runs yesterday in their victory over this Tigers team. That'll bring up Brendan Zuckerman now. Zuckerman 0-1 with a strikeout. Zuckerman takes first pitch from Picard in there for a called strike. As Zuckerman fouls that pitch off behind 0-2 now. Zuckerman fouls that pitch off, keeping himself alive at 0-2. Pitch in the dirt for Picard as Crane is off for second. He will turn the bag heavily at second and stay there.
Yeah, he wanted to go to third. He was almost halfway down the baseline. Got held up.
One, 2 to Brendan Zuckerman. 1-2 pitch as he reaches out for that one. Fouls it back right in front of us to the backstop. One-two pitch to Zuckerman, swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Nasty break.
Now batting number 1, Ryan Weber.
Zuckerman was fighting. Got caught fishing there.
His third strikeout of the afternoon. That'll bring up Ryan Weber now. Weber 1 for 2. One away here in the home half of the fifth. Carlton Crane at second base. As Glover looks to fire at second, he will hold that. He'll come out from behind the plate. Still looking for a Galaxy Landscaping cut of the afternoon. There's only one run across for the Falcons. Left them loaded in the fourth. 0-1. Weber gets eaten up down at third base, and that is an RBI as Crane is around the score. It's an RBI single for Ryan Weber.
Now batting number 13, Pierce Perry.
Ball was roped down the line.
And just
That's right in front of the third baseman, no chance. Great piece of hitting by Weber.
a tough play for Ryan Kearns down there at third. Yeah, it did just completely eat him up there with the bounce.
Not called the hot corner for nothing.
No.
As a former third baseman myself.
So 2-0 Falcons lead with some breathing room over the Truman Tigers. Their fourth hit of the afternoon.
Trying to steal my line, this kid is.
I forgot you were here. You're like under this hut.
Yeah, I got to stay under the hut. Sorry.
I'm going to call him Jabba the Hutt.
That's me.
Well, I mean, like, just being under the hut. As Pierce Perry fouls that one out of play.
Ben is so mean to me.
I didn't say it. I'm not the one who said it.
Well, my joke was a Hut joke.
Okay.
He's calling me fat.
No.
We have fun here. 0-1 to Pierce Perry as Kevin Picard gets a new baseball.
He's under the hood. He's reviewing plays.
That's what he looks like.
He's training for the NFL.
Out of the zone, upstairs. Pierce lays off that. Perry lays off that one. Inside, Weber's off for second. Throw gets into center field as Weber in there safely. Carlton Crane stole second, came around to score. Falcons trying to get some extra runs here. One away as Weber is now into scoring position for Pierce Perry, 2-1. Picard looks back at him. The 2-1 is inside as Glover kept it in front of him. Surprised we haven't had any pass balls today. Both catchers, Robeson and Glover, have been great in their respective positions. As Picard will step off the mound. As Perry hits it into left field, but will go down the line, foul. Picard up to 77 pitches. Here in the bottom of the fifth. Nobody seems to be warming up. Tigers have some guys just throwing down the line at third base. Perry chopper to shortstop. Fires and in time. And a good play by Kenworthy that time.
Now batting number 23, Nolan Kolenko.
The second out here in the fifth. Nolan Kolenko, the batter now. Kolenko 0 of 2 on the afternoon. It's part of a controversial ground out back in the fourth. As Weber moves up to third on the Perry out. So Kolenko, chance for an RBI here. As they correct the count, it's 1-0. And that'll even things up on the foul by Kolenko, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Picard. And it goes by Glover that time. And Weber will come in to score on the pass ball. It's 3-0 Falcons.
You may have jinxed him with saying...
I probably did.
Yeah, like the wild pitches.
So 2 runs in for the Falcons as they take advantage of the defensive mishap. 2-1 pitch, chopped right back to Picard, who loses it and will try to field it, and he is unsuccessful. He will not throw it over.
Now batting number 3,
as Kolenko is safe at first. It's got to be marked down as an error, I would think. It'll be an E1 as Nolan Kalenko is aboard. And that could do it for Kevin Picard. 82 pitches. We'll see if they make the change. 2 away, and Ben Seiler will be the batter. And no signal yet. Just a meeting at the mound. As the Tigers will try not to let this inning continue to unravel, as 2 Falcons already come across the score. Seiler already an RBI single today. He got the scoring going for the Falcons.
I would assume that this is Picard's last batter. Reliever just came in from the bullpen, so that could have been just to give him some time in case this is the route they go, with this being it. Picard with Michael Sockness coming up next. Face the lefty.
Back to play here as Seiler, the batter, he steps in with Kalenko down at first. And a beautiful bunt down the third base line. And no play for the Tigers.
Now batting number 8, Michael Sockness.
That's just beautiful. That's textbook beautiful stuff there from Seiler. Landing right down the left field line. Call up McGrath. Beautiful bunt. We want to learn how to bunt. Watch that again. WBC.
That was beautifully played. You don't see too many bunts like that. They're just beautiful right down the line. As Mike Sognitz, the batter, he struck out and grounded out to a fielder's choice, which was a rundown in the 4th inning.
We give the people what they want here at WBC.
We do.
Excellent bunt analysis.
85th pitch for Kevin Picard is off the zone to Sogness for a ball. One pitch. Chopped over to shortstop. Kenworthy flips over to second to retire the side. But the Falcons scored 2 runs. They do it on 2 hits. They leave 2. We've played 5 at Vic Napolitano Field. We'll go to the 6th. Back with more here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Need auto service in a hurry? No one offers more service centers than the Peruzzi Automotive Group. More certified trained technicians to get you in and out. Appointments available within 24 hours. All makes and models. PA state inspections and emissions to major work including collision. All located on Route 1 in Fairless Hills. Visit any Peruzzi dealership for fast service. Peruzzi Buick GMC, Peruzzi Nissan, Mitsubishi, or Mazda, and their collision center.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road.
Back here at Vic Napolitano Field, 3-0 Falcons as we enter the top of the 6th inning. Mason Keith back out there His first pitch is hit into left field right at sliding Ben Seidler, who makes a nice catch. Mets robbed there by Seidler with an excellent catch for the first out of the inning. Back as your play-by-play guy, Nick Gallagher. Line out.
Thank you so much, Ben.
L7.
A man can only hold in a pee for so long.
As Gilson grounds over to short, throw across in time. And 2 quick outs here for Mason Keith to start the 6th.
Weber hit a spin move before throwing that one over. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Gotta love that from your starting pitcher.
Can't complain about it.
As Keith has worked quickly in the last couple innings, the Tigers had 4 men to the plate in the 3rd and a minimum 3 in the 4th and the 5th. And he's looking for a repeat of that here in the 6th. Kevin Picard, 0 of 2 on the afternoon, has been a strikeout victim each time to Mason Keith. The 1-1 in there on the inner half of the plate, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. In there for a called strike. 8 strikeouts on the afternoon for Mason Keith. Tigers go down in order, 1, 2, 3. We played 6.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Falcons lead us 1-3-0 on the WBCB Sports Network.
Thank you to the... There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience. Our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
You are more than just a heart patient. At St. Mary Medical Center, we get to know you, which can help us diagnose a problem and start treatment faster. Our cardiovascular team offers the latest imaging and device technology, testing, and surgical procedures you'd expect from a national health system, with the personal touch you want from local experts. We know the importance of seeing the person behind the patient. Let us help you live a healthier life.
About 1 in 8 women is going to develop invasive breast cancer during her life, and if you're at risk or want a thorough screening to review your breast health, St. Mary Medical Center provides easy access to resources that can detect and treat breast cancer in its earliest stages. Whether you need mammograms, breast ultrasound, breast MRI, or breast biopsy, our breast center team is here to guide you through every step of your healing journey. Schedule your screening at the Breast Center at St. Mary Medical Center today.
Chase Hensman, the new pitcher for the Tigers, after 5 innings of work for Kevin Picard. And Ben, do you have his final line?
I sure do. 5 innings for Picard. Included 86 pitches, 44 of them balls, 22 of them strikes. Allowed 4 hits, 3
Leading off
earned
for the
runs.
Falcons, number 26.
Made an error.
Robinson.
Struck out 3, 2 of them looking, walked 6. In his 5 innings of work, Falcons got those runs mostly in the last 5th inning. It's Hensman who's coming in. Another right-hander. Take on 9-1-2.
Which could possibly be their last at-bat of the day.
Could be.
Shane Robeson, Evan Hawks, and Carlton Crane, the 9-1-2 hitters, to face Chase Hensman here in the 6th.
Now, it'll be interesting how the Falcons pitch the top of the 7th. They have a double barrel, it looks like, going on. They got like a lot of guys down there in that bullpen right now. Double barrel going. I can't catch the numbers. I know one was Connor O'Brien. I can't catch the other one. It might be Aiden Kenny, the other one, but we'll see what direction they go. But with how it's looking, Mason Keith's day could be done if they elect to go that route, and he was excellent in his 6 innings.
Yeah, he's sitting at 78 pitches is Mason Keith. So maybe you just pull him now, keep the pitch count where it's at. Don't risk it getting high. And it'll be only 1 inning of work for this Falcons bullpen this afternoon if things stand where they are at. As Hensman cannot get the zone there, count will go full.
That's the great thing about this Pennsbury Falcon pitching is the starters are great. They can really do some damage and limit the bullpen usage, but if they need to go to the bullpen, they have so many guys back there that they can go to. Of course, Aiden Kenny's been a great closer. Connor O'Brien as well, getting some work out of the bullpen. They got Joe Beitler. There's a walk.
Now batting number 6
for Shane Robeson. They got other guys as well, Ryan Paolella, and just to name a few that can come out of the bullpen and eat innings for the Falcons. So if something were to go wrong, they are very capable of filling it up, but they're not always needed. It just shows the depth of this Falcon roster. Henry Garland's into pinch run for Robeson at first base.
And that's almost, the Falcons are designed for this new 3-game format against conference opponents.
That's why Coach Basie was fighting for it so long, is Falcons have always had some great pitching. Really use it in a 3-game series.
Evan Hawks, the batter, he's walked twice and lined out to left in his 3 plate appearances of the afternoon.
Just teach the Phillies something about making it.
They should. Glover will throw down, runners off and running. Good backup there by the Tigers, keeping the ball in the infield. Hensman looks back to second, fires to Hawks. And 2-1. Hawks lays down a bunt. Hensman will field it. He'll fire to first in time to retire Hawks.
Now batting number 2, Carlton Crane.
That'll bring up Carlton Crane. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a pair of lineouts to center and right field and a walk.
Great walk-up song for Carlton Crane.
It is, always a classic. On 1 to Carlton Crane. As he chopper to second at Metz. He'll throw home. Ball will get past Glover. Bounce in the dirt. 1 run is in. As Crane will go to second on the throwing error. So we'll go down as a fielder's choice and an E4
Brendan Zuckerman
on Mike Metz there. And a 4-0 Falcon lead now. So Falcons have scored the last 3 innings. 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and now 1 in the 6th.
Looks like they're not marking that down as an error.
That is, yeah, interesting. I guess it will just be a fielder's choice then, since Mets just went right home with it. Zuckerman, the batter, he is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts and a walk this afternoon. It's 2-0 to Brendan Zuckerman. Hensman looks back at second, fires. Zuckerman chops it over to short. Playable for Kenworthy. He'll throw over to first in time for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 1, Ryan Weber.
Ryan Weber, pair of hits. Weber an RBI single in the 5th, a single in the 4th, and a ground out in the 1st. And only 2 Falcons today have multiple hits. It's Weber and Ben Seidler. Only 5 hits as a team do the Falcons have this afternoon. And Weber, a chance to add another RBI to his total today. Couple of candidates for our DiLorenzo's the Berg Player of the Game. Stay tuned to our social media page as Ben Goldstein will have the interview once this game goes final. Ryan Weber, a candidate, especially if he gets a second RBI here. Between him and starting pitcher today for the Falcons, Mason Keith. They are top 2 candidates. One and 2 to Ryan Weber. Hensman's pitch off the corner of the plate, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Off again, same part of the plate. Count will go full. The 3-2 pitch from Hensman is ripped down the third base line. Foul. And almost took out his teammate in the process.
That ball was hit pretty hard.
It's about 105 off the bat.
I don't know if we have that radar, but it's a fair guess.
We'll say it's in the 90s. As Weber hits it into left center field, diving on it, does not make the catch. It gets down into left center field. It's an RBI double for Ryan Weber, and it's 5-0 in Falcons.
That'll just about put this one out
Now
of
batting
reach.
number 13,
Great
Pennsbury.
hit. Split the gap for Weber, and almost an outstanding catch by the Truman left fielder, and that'll certainly be our Galaxy Landscaping cut of the game. Galaxy Landscaping, more than 25,000 completed projects in professional lawn care and landscaping services. Sponsoring the biggest hits of the Pennsbury season, and a big one there to put the dagger in the Tigers by Ryan Weber.
Falcons 2 runs across here in the home half of the 6th. They've only done it on 1 hit as Pierce Perry is drilled by pitch, so that'll put runners on the corners.
Now batting number 23.
He was drilled.
Polanco.
He was hit by the pitch. And Weber will go back to second now as Nolan Kalenko steps in.
Where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky.
Kalenko swings at the first pitch he sees down the left field line. It is caught down there in left field, out of play by Tyler Thompson. What an incredible athletic play as the Tigers get out of the jam. But the Falcons give 2 runs home. They leave 2 men on here in the 6th. We've played 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Falcons lead this one. They look to close things out. More to come on the WBCB Sports Network.
About 1 in 8 women is going to develop invasive breast cancer during her life, and if you're at risk or want a thorough screening to review your breast health, St. Mary Medical Center provides easy access to resources that can detect and treat breast cancer in its earliest stages. Whether you need mammograms, breast ultrasound, breast MRI, or breast biopsy, our breast center team is here to guide you through every step of your healing journey. Schedule your screening at the Breast Center at St. Mary Medical Center today.
Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks night. Tuesdays, kids eat free. Wednesdays, dollar dog nights. Thirsty Thursdays and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun.
Mason Keith back out there for the 7th inning. Only has 78 pitches. Connor O'Brien still warming up down there, so it could be a short fuse for Keith in case he gets in some trouble. But he's going for this complete game shutout, just allowing 2 hits to this Truman lineup. And if he's able to do this, he'll definitely lock up that De Lorenzo's the Berg gift card. First pitch is just high. 8 strikeouts on the day for Keith. He hasn't walked the batter. Allowed just 2 hits. No runs.
Dylan Love, the batter here in the top of the 7th. As Keith looks to go the distance here and complete this one. Should be a big win for the Falcons, but a big win for their pitching staff, saving the bullpen arms. Again, off day tomorrow for these teams as they will go back at it at Truman on Friday. And then the Falcons will start their next series against Ben Salem. 10-3 Ben Salem team coming in to Vic Napolitano Field on the 28th and 29th. And then they will go to Ben Salem on May 1st. And then the Falcons finish up the season against Neshaminy and Upper Dublin. Upper Dublin, the finale on May 12th.
At Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
Yeah.
Which is always fun.
Anytime these teams get to go to Trenton Thunder Ballpark on the PA side or the New Jersey side in Mercer County, always exciting as Dylan Love gets the walk to start the 7th here for the Tigers.
First walk of the day for Truman, and yeah, that's going to be it for Mason Keith, who finishes with 6+ on 83 pitches. Allowed 2 hits, no runs. There was an error. 8 strikeouts, 4 of them looking, and just the 1 walk, and an excellent outing for Mason Keith as in comes Quinton Schaefer to pitch. Looking for the final 3 outs.
So we will take a quick timeout. We'll be back to wrap things up here from Vic Napolitano Field. Falcons lead us 5-0 on the WBCB Sports Network.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Here in the 7th with 1 out, so he's only got to get 2 more here, and that will end this afternoon's game.
He's the pitcher with no outs.
I don't know why I said 1 out.
And he's not hitting here.
Schaefer will have to face this middle order for the Tigers. Austin Allen, the batter, followed by Tyler Thompson. As the throw will get into right field. And close play at second. They will say not in time. As Dylan Love gets in there safely. As he's slow to get up though, as tries to walk it off. Robeson tried to hurry his throw down to Kalenko. And just got in the right field. Schaefer's pitch to Allen is in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Outside just misses. 3-1 now to Austin Allen. Schaefer gets that right down the middle for a called strike as Allen was not getting the green light there. Gets it to a 3-2 count. The 3-2 pitch in there for a called strike. Schaefer gets Allen looking. A big first out here in the top of the 7th. So that'll bring up Tyler Thompson. Thompson made the incredible athletic play down the left field line after the bottom of to end the bottom of the 6th. And Thompson 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts today. Schaefer looks back at second. The 0-1 is down in the dirt. Thompson lays off. Schaefer ready, looks back again at second, does a double take. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball doesn't get where he wanted it, down in the zone. It's ball 2-1. Tigers only 2 hits. They came in the first inning and the third inning today, and have been quiet. As Thompson puts a charge into right field, but out there in right is Pierce Perry, and he is right there. A big second out for Quinton Schaefer and this Falcons defense. So Tigers down to their final out of the afternoon as they're down to 5-0. As Gavin Kenworthy, the last chance for them. Schaefer's first pitch to Kenworthy is in there for a called strike. Tigers been set down in order the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning. We're able to get one man off after a leadoff walk to Dylan Love. Schaefer, curveball. Chopper over to second. Crane with it. Fires over to first, and the ball game is over. And the Pennsbury Falcons take this second game in the 3-game series. They win this afternoon's ball game 5-0, and they improve to 9-1 and 6-2 overall in the Suburban 1 League play. Ben Goldstein, your final thoughts on this Falcons victory?
Yeah, I mean, Mason Keith was excellent with shutout 6 innings. Quinton Schaefer finishing off with a clean 7th inning. And the offense took a little bit to get going, but firing on all cylinders after that 4th inning made Keith and Schaefer's job pretty easy. And that's another series victory for the Falcons. We'll look for the sweep on Friday. Friday. Keep forgetting what day it is.
It is Wednesday. A big series win for the Falcons is indeed. The Tigers fall to 2-10 on the year as a struggling continues for their offensive numbers. To wrap things up, we'd like to thank the entire crew for making today's live stream possible. Justin Lawrence behind the camera. Ben Goldstein helping out with today's call of the game. Gus the Bus Barber, our video engineer. I'm Nick Gallagher. And the sponsors for making today's live stream possible, also want to thank them. Team Toyota, McCaffrey Supermarket, St. Mary Medical Center, Revere Restaurant, Mary Beth Driscoll, Keller Williams, BCWSA, Peruzzi Automotive Group, Galaxy Landscaping, Chris's Auto Body, Trenton Thunder, The Trentonian, Pennsbury Boys Baseball Parents, Puss in Boots Tavern, Di Lorenzo's Pizza, and Jammer Doors and Windows. Thanks for sponsors for making today's game possible. Stay tuned for our Di Lorenzo's Berg Player of the Game. Ben Goldstein will have that on our social media. I'm Nick Gallagher saying so long from Vic Napolitano Field. Falcons victorious today over the Truman Tigers, 5-0. Thank you for watching high school baseball.